Chapter 7. The first two had been easy, and his purpose was satisfied so far. The police had no idea at all what was going on. There had been little in the press yet, just that 2 bodies had been found, and that they had died in mysterious circumstances. He knew that very soon they would have to go public with more details, both to stop general speculation and to ask for the public to help with their pathetic enquiries. He needed more time. Was a week long enough? After all, he would defy their expectations of what a serial killer would do next, break the pattern, throw away any theories they might have into chaos. He also needed time to execute the next one more carefully. He'd already had a victim in mind, but murdering a police officer would result in the ante being upped significantly. That was exactly what he wanted. Now it was time for his own press release. It was 10:30 by the time Wen got home. She was shattered, and she couldn't face going through any more paperwork, even though that's what she had in mind when she stuffed the files and laptop into her bag. Wen hung her coat on the banister, noting that her scarf was still in the same place, and realised that she'd have to deal with Aaron's wrath at breakfast tomorrow. She went into the kitchen and opened the fridge looking for something to heat up. Her blood sugar was low, and maybe some food and a drink would give her the strength for the background work that she hadn't had time for. "Aaron, I love you," she said when she spied a bowl of stew covered with cling film. With the food heated up, a chunk of bread and a large glass of white wine, Wen sat at the kitchen table. Her laptop was open and ready, and she delved into search engines looking for the weird and not so wonderful. 2 hours later, after she had moved to the more comfortable settee, Wen's eyes drooped. She'd been searching for anybody known to the police who'd been investigated for a brutal assault and was currently out and about. But no one came anywhere near the type of person they were looking for, and there were some scary people out there. She'd just look at one more thing, then call it a night. Owen! Wen was shaken less than gently. Her eyes opened slowly, and she wondered for a split second where she was. "Wake up! You've been asleep on the settee all night." Aaron stood over her like a worried mother, ready to scold a naughty child. Sorry. I was working late and I must have dozed off." "Well, this won't help." Aaron held the stem of the empty wine glass by the tips of his thumb and forefinger, as if he might catch something from it. "Aaron, I only had that one to help me relax." Aaron, a teetotaler, still looked disgusted. "And I think we can both conclude that worked." He walked away without another word, leaving Wen yet again wondering why, at 35, she still sought her brother's approval. But the thought vanished as the clock on the mantelpiece struck 8 and she felt a jolt of adrenaline. "I'm going to be late." She headed for the shower, already planning out the day for herself and her team. Wen was showered, her long blonde hair tied back, and in her usual black trouser suit within 20 minutes of being woken by Aaron. She noticed her jacket was rather loose on her, a sure sign that eating was low on her current to-do list, and something she had to watch. She always lost weight when she was on a big case, and at 5'9", she started to look drawn and scrawny very quickly if she wasn't careful. Back downstairs, she searched for her car keys, and then went back into the kitchen for her bag and her laptop. "Aaron, what are you doing?" Her brother was poring over her files while glancing at the computer screen as if he was cross-referencing something. "How did you get on my laptop?" "Oh, come on, Arwen. It's not hard. Bilbo Baggins, 35. You really need to change your password, and you should look at the security on your software." Wen snapped the lid shut. That's not the point, Aaron. She collected the files from under his nose and put them in her bag. You know damn well that you shouldn't be poking about in my confidential files. She turned to go before she said anything else. She'd just reached the front door when Aaron came into the hall. Will you be home for dinner tonight? He asked. No, probably not. Wen opened the front door and stepped outside. You're looking in the wrong place for this murderer. And are we? Wen looked back at her brother. Yes? You still haven't moved your scarf. Aaron turned and went back into the house.